Tom Bower's new book Betrayal has not even officially landed in bookstores yet, but it has already triggered the most explosive royal row of 2026. On March 13th, The Times began serializing explosive extracts from the book, and within hours Harry and Meghan's team fired back with a blistering public statement. They branded the entire work a deranged conspiracy theory wrapped in melodrama and accused the veteran biographer of crossing the line from journalism into outright obsession and fixation. The Sussexes' statement went further, claiming Bower has long harbored a personal vendetta against them and is now peddling fiction dressed up as fact in a desperate attempt to stay relevant. But Tom Bower didn't flinch. In a series of combative interviews conducted the very next day, the 79-year-old author hit back hard, declaring, "They started the war. I'm simply telling the truth." The battle lines are now drawn, and the full book, set for official release on March 26th, promises to detonate even more damaging revelations. What has already leaked is devastating. One of the most viral claims from the early extracts is that Queen Camilla privately told a trusted friend that Meghan had brainwashed Harry. According to Bower's sources, Camilla believed Meghan had systematically isolated her husband from his family, gradually turning relatively normal disagreements into total estrangement. The alleged quote has spread like wildfire, with many royal watchers calling it the most brutally honest insight yet into how senior royals viewed the breakdown. Bower doesn't stop there. The book reportedly paints Meghan as a divisive force who arrived in the royal family with unrealistic expectations and a determination to bend the institution to her will. It revisits the 2018 wedding tensions, the infamous baby brain comment row, staff bullying allegations, and the couple's decision to weaponize their story through interviews, a Netflix series, and the book Spare. Bower argues that Harry and Meghan's post-royal brand has been built almost entirely on grievance, and that this approach has now left them increasingly isolated, financially strained, and creatively exhausted. Particularly brutal are the sections dealing with their Hollywood deals. Bower details how both the Netflix and Spotify contracts once worth tens of millions collapsed due to low output, creative clashes, and unrealistic demands. For control, he cites insiders who describe meetings where Meghan allegedly dominated discussions while Harry appeared disengaged or uncomfortable. One source allegedly told Bower the couple's pattern was high expectations, low delivery, and constant recasting of their royal exit as the only story worth telling. The book also takes direct aim at Harry's Invictus Games narrative, suggesting he took disproportionate credit for an initiative that built on existing American Wounded Warrior programs. Veterans and organizers are said to have felt sidelined as Harry positioned himself as the central figure. Bower's credibility comes from his meticulous sourcing. Unlike many royal books that rely on anonymous gossip, Betrayal is built on hundreds of interviews with palace insiders, former staff, friends of the couple, and people who worked directly on their Netflix and Spotify projects. Many of these sources also spoke to him for his 2022 bestseller Revenge, which became a defining critical account of Megxit. In his fiery response to the Sussexes' attack, Bower made his position crystal clear. Speaking to the Daily Mail and the Telegraph, he said the couple's furious denial proves the book has struck a nerve. He pointed to their recent commercial struggles, the end of the Netflix deal, the quiet death of As Ever projects, and the growing petition in Australia against their upcoming private tour as evidence that the fairy tale they sold the world is crumbling. You can't spend years trashing your family in public, making millions from it, and then cry foul when someone writes the other side of the story, Bower reportedly told one interviewer. They started the war the day they sat down with Oprah. I'm simply finishing it with facts. The timing of Betrayal could not be more damaging for Harry and Meghan. King Charles continues cancer treatment. Prince William is consolidating power and cutting non-essential privileges across the family. Public sympathy for the working royals remains strong while support for the Sussexes appears to have plateaued or declined in key markets, especially Britain and Australia. With their major streaming deals now gone and fresh marriage rumors swirling, the couple is already under intense pressure. The release of Betrayal and the inevitable media storm it will create threatens to dominate the narrative at the exact moment they are trying to rebuild their image with paid speaking gigs and luxury commercial events. Harry and Meghan's team has promised a full response once the book publishes, but their early condemnation has only guaranteed massive pre-order sales. Betrayal is already climbing bestseller charts before it has even officially dropped. This is no longer just another royal book. It is being framed by both sides as the final public reckoning the moment the other side of the Megxit story is told in forensic, source-heavy detail. Tom Bower says he is simply holding them to account. Harry and Meghan say he is deranged and obsessed. One thing is certain, when Betrayal fully lands on March 26th, the royal world will be talking about little else. What do you think? Is Tom Bower finally exposing uncomfortable truths that Harry and Meghan don't want the world to hear, or is this just another deranged conspiracy as they claim? Was their aggressive response a smart move, or did it only guarantee the book becomes an even bigger success? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. If this detailed breakdown of the bombshell claims, the author's fiery comeback, and the escalating war surprised you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Next, we'll bring you the most explosive passages from the book the moment it officially drops. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.